मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. All right, so let's get started with today's presentation. And so it is Samskriti's time, a little introduction about Samskriti. She is 8 years old. She's in 3rd grade. Her hobbies are reading and drawing. She likes to do kirtan and deity dressing. Her favorite thing is to attend Bhakti Sangha sessions. And then she's the one who always turns on her camera. I think she's the first to turn on her camera and video with a smiling face. And whenever I ask her questions or whenever I ask the group questions, she always says yes or no, or she understood or not, either by nodding or either by some sort of a way where I can understand and perceive what the students are up to. So I can always see her reactions, and because she's on the video. So thank you, Samskriti, for encouraging all of us. You're just standing as a role model to prove to everyone that we should be on video, isn't it? So you are doing a great job by attending all of Bhakti Sangha sessions. And today we are going to hear from you about the topic Krishna Prasadam. Very, very yummy topic, right? So looking forward to hearing from you, dear Samskriti. All right, so you can unmute yourself and then get started with the presentation, my dear.
Thank you, Mataji.
Wonderful.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Today I'll be talking about wonderful prasadam. So Krishna states in the Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachyati tadaham bhaktya uparitam ashnami prayadatmana. Translation: If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. Bhagavad Gita 9.27. So Krishna is saying, if one offers me with a devotion and love, anything small, he will accept it. And then there's the Sudama story where Sudama and Krishna haven't met for a long time. So Sudama goes to Krishna's house, but Sudama's wife stops him and says, here, take some chipped rice. So Sudama takes chipped rice to Krishna's house, and then Krishna hugs him and washes his feet. And he sees that Sudama is hiding chipped rice. So he takes it out of his hands and eats it. And he's like, oh, thank you, Sudama. So when Sudama got to his house, it wasn't his house. It was like a palace. And whatever he needed, it was there. So offer and love. Krishna accepts even a little flower from his pure devotee. He is not in need from anything from anyone because he is self-sufficient, and he accepts the offering of his devotee in exchange of love and affection. And the important element in preparation and serving in an offering is to act with love for Krishna. And then there's also the Akshay Patra story where Durvasa Muni and his devotees come to the Pandavas' house, and they ask for food, and they say they'll bathe at the Ganges, and when they come back, they want the food. So after Draupadi washes and eats from the Akshayapatra, it doesn't give any more food. So they didn't know what to do. So Draupadi called Krishna, and Krishna saw that there was a little rice in the Akshay pot. So he took that and he ate it, and then all the Durvasa Muni and his devotees all got full. So even tiny offering, Krishna is satisfied. Sacred food. Yagnashitashino santo muchyante sarvakapchiya pujante te tva agam papa yapachanti atmakarnat. Translation. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they ate food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat sin. Bhagavad Gita 3.13. And so as we're making prasadam, there are some instructions we have to follow. So first, Krishna only accepts purely vegetarian offerings that are acquired without pain and suffering in any part of a creature. So you have to strictly avoid cooking any meat. Second, we can't offer onion, garlic, and mushrooms. And third, this can be sometimes hard, but we must not taste the food before it is offered to Krishna. The preparing of prasadam is done as an active devotional meditation. After Krishna glances over and tastes the loving offering of vegetarian preparations, he leaves the remnants for us to honor and relish. Krishna's potency is absorbed in that food. In this way, material substance becomes spiritualized, which then affects our body and mind in a similar way. This is his special mercy for us. Thus, the devotional process becomes an exchange of love between us and Krishna, which includes food. And that food not only nourishes our body, but also purifies our consciousness. And by relishing this sacred food of Krishna Prasadam, it purifies our heart and protects us from falling into illusion. And in this way, the devotee imbibes the spiritual potency of Lord Krishna and becomes cleansed of sinful reactions by eating the food which is first offered in sacrifice to Krishna. And we thus also become free from reincarnation, the continuous cycle of life and death. Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad is non-different from Krishna. Instead of eating Mahaprasad, one should honor Mahaprasad. One should consider Mahaprasad a favor of Krishna. Krishna eats many nice varieties of food and offers the food back to devotees so that not only are one's demands for various tastes satisfied, but by eating the prasadam, one makes advancement in spiritual life. And we should never consider Mahaprasad as the same thing as ordinary food. Honoring the Lord's prasadam. The material body is a lump of ignorance, and the senses are networks to the paths of death. And we are fallen in the ocean of material sense enjoyment. Of all the senses, the tongue is the most uncontrollable, and it is very difficult to conquer over the tongue in this world. But Krishna is very kind, and he has sent us a nice prasadam to conquer the tongue. And the prasadam can conquer the tongue. And now we have to take the prasadam to fuller satisfaction and glorify Radha and Krishna, and in love call for Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda to help us. Engaging your tongue. If you engage your tongue in the service of the Lord, you realize Krishna. And the engagement of the tongue is when chanting and eating prasadam. By these two methods, one does not need to be very highly educated philosopher, scientist, or rich man to realize Krishna. So if you engage your tongue in chanting and eating prasadam, you can do that, but you don't have to be like a rich man. You can be an ordinary person to chant and eat prasadam. And I would like to thank the Bhakti Sangha teachers for teaching every week how to make wonderful prasadam. Thank you. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you, Mataji, and please forgive me if I made any mistakes.
Good job, dear Samskruti. Wonderful job. I can't believe you are an 8-year-old girl talking big philosophy here. Wonderful. So many points that I happen to come across. So you shared the story of Sudama, how he made chipped rice with love. And that is what Krishna is looking for, the love and devotion. You can offer him anything, but if you could do that, again, sattvic food, but if you can do that with love and devotion, then Krishna will be so pleased and he'll be so happy to eat what you have offered him with love. And we should never eat our prasadam, but honor prasadam, isn't it? Because it's a special mercy of Lord coming to us, and we can't misuse that to our undue advantage and take advantage of it. And you also illustrated the Akshaya Triti, the Akshaya Patra, where how Krishna was so merciful to Draupadi when Durvasa Muni had come. And then you talked about Mahaprasadam, isn't it? And there you happen to explain the concept of how we have to offer the food to Krishna and what sorts of food have to be offered and what sorts of food are not supposed to be offered and how it has to be offered, with what intention, what mood it has to be offered, the way it should be cooked, the right consciousness has to be put into the cooking, all that you illustrated. And then you quoted several verses from Bhagavad Gita as well, 3.13, and then Patram Pushpam Phalam. So you quoted those verses. Very nice. It was a mixture of philosophy and practical points that we can apply in our day-to-day lives, right? You educated us in so many different ways. So Samskruti, very good job. Very nice presentation. Did you get some help from your parents to prepare this presentation?
My brother, Mataji.
Your brother? How old is your brother?
15.
Oh, he's 15 years old. Nice. He put the slides for you together, some pictures and everything.
Yeah, he just found some pictures.
He did some pictures for you. Very nice. So you know how to do the PowerPoint and all that? Wonderful, wonderful. So good job, Samskruti. Keep coming back with more presentations. And kids, did you all enjoy? Did you all have a good time? And do you have questions for Samskruti? Samskruti, would you be able to answer some questions for us if you do have any?
Yes,
Is it
Mataji.
okay? Okay. So please raise your hands, kids, to ask some questions to dear Samskruti. All right. So Ryan, I have your hands up. Can you just unmute and ask your question, dear?
I like the food that I like the food in the picture.
So tempting.
Mataji, can I leave?
Why, dear Ryan?
Because I have to do some homework.
Okay, dear. Yeah, I'll see you next time. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So Rai Prahlad, go ahead, dear.
Samskruti, your class was so nice with all the details that you added, and I liked the presentation that you took, and you also talked about Sudama and the story, and then I really liked your explanations, and thank you. But I had a question that if you eat food from non-devotees, what will happen to your consciousness?
Like, you're basically eating sin.
So what she meant, Rai Prahlad, was if the food is not offered to the Lord, obviously Krishna says if the food is not offered and if you're consuming or eating that food for your own sense gratification, then you're verily eating sin. And the non-devotees, they don't have the right consciousness and obviously they don't cook with the right mood. That is why we avoid as much as possible to eat in non-devotees' house, okay? Because that food is not prepared, first of all, with the right consciousness. And second of all, it is not offered to the Lord, right? And that is why we as much as possible try to avoid. All right. So next question by Mukund. Go ahead, dear Mukund.
Mataji, I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say that the presentation was really nice. And from the points, I also remember that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he was a child, then he had eaten one mango that was not offered to the Lord, and because of that he got scoldings from his father. So he took a vow for his whole life that he won't eat any more mangoes.
Wonderful realization, Mukund. Wonderful, wonderful. So such a big, nice correlation that you're trying to bring into the table here. So all the kids, please listen to Mukund's point. He did mention that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura by mistake happened to eat a mango, and that was not offered to the Lord, and because of which he happened to get some scoldings, and for lifelong he just said, I'm going to abstain from eating mangoes. That was the vow he took. So this represents the mood that we need to follow, right? All right, so next, Balavrinda, go ahead, dear. Hari bol, Balavrinda, go ahead. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Samskruti Akka. Thank you for teaching us like about the Prasadam. Prasadam is my favorite, and I like the story that you taught. The Sudama story is my favorite because it teaches us an important lesson that you should, even though you give little bit to Krishna, he gives you something big back.
Wonderful realization, Balavrinda. Very,
Thank you,
very good.
Balavana.
Yeah, Samskruti, you're getting a lot of appreciation from all the kids. Wonderful job, dear. I love your smile.
My mom wants to say something.
Hare Krishna Samskriti, such a beautiful presentation. Thank you so much for teaching us how the prasadam is, like how do we prepare it, what to eat, what not to eat, and such a detailed explanation. Thank you so much for everything and such a beautiful presentation. I loved it. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you, Mataji, for your encouragement.
All
Mataji,
right, next. Oh, who's that? Hare
Pad-
Krishna.
Padmasaki.
Oh, Padmasaki Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, I'm seeing you after a long time, Mataji. I messaged you. Reply when you were free.
Oh, sure, Mataji, sure. So sorry, Mataji, if I...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Samskriti, Hare Krishna. Very good to see you. I miss you on Wednesdays. Your mom said you have an art class, but I just joined today to see you. So very good to see you. Very nice topic. As everybody was saying, you presented very short and sweet, and many important points were covered in that about prasadam. So even it is like like many times, sometimes what happen, even though it is not offered, when my kids give me something, I just eat it. So it's an eye opener even to me. So to be careful. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Hari bol.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice job. So many teachers and students are impressed by you, Samskruti. So we need you coming back again and again. Next, Kavya, go ahead here.
Mataji, Preeti Vilasni
Oh,
Mataji.
Preeti Vilasni Mataji. Yes. Go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Samskriti. What a beautiful presentation. Sorry, I'm not able to start my video, but I want to appreciate you. It was a fabulous presentation. And as Ryan said, I love that plate of prasadam. I have a very important question for you, Samskriti. Can I ask that question? So what is your favorite prasadam?
Probably gulab jamuns.
What's that?
Like
Gulab
the
jamuns.
Gulab jamuns. Wow, that's awesome. Even I love gulab jamuns. And what about the salty food, the salty, spicy food? Anything besides sweets?
not really, Mataji.
Not really. No pizza, lasagna, enchilada, nothing.
If
No.
Mataji prepares, everybody will be, craving to eat.
Or you want no sambar rice, nothing? No? Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Samskriti. That was really sweet. I love the stories, the content, and the wonderful philosophy that you presented. It was very subtle and very beautiful. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Sukha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Samskruti, and everybody and all the Mataji. It's so nice to see all of you. I also logged in to see all of you actually, and very nice presentation, Samskruti, and nice questions too, and how you fielded them. But sometimes, as a, like you said, that is the principle, but sometimes as a gesture of, welcoming new devotees, it's, okay to maybe accept something if they give it a lot of love and offer it, using the short offering prayer and then honor it. That way we will bring them also to Krishna consciousness, right? So in sometimes for preaching efforts, we can kind of, make some leeway there to that principle. But like you rightly said, that's the principle. Whenever we have the opportunity, we need to follow it. Thanks so much. And I also, it's a learning lesson for me too, to be careful. Thank you so much, Samskruti. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Mataji, Sukhasagri Mataji is always there encouraging all kids, always. So we have to be really, 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 really thankful for her time. And, she's so busy also as she's working on top of it, catching up on so many calls with Bhakti Sangha, and she's encouraging kids. This is definitely something to be appreciated. Thank you, Mataji, for your encouragement. Of course, Preeti Mataji also these days have become so busy, but they have all taken your time. They have all taken their time to wish you Samskruti. And this is so nice, isn't it, to get devotees' appreciation. So we have to be grateful. All right. So Kavya, go ahead, dear. I'm sorry for making you all wait. Let's go really fast, okay? So that you can get on to the moral stories next session. Go ahead, dear.
Samskruti, I really liked your presentation because you added stories to it and also slokas, and I really like it.
Thank you, Kavya.
You're welcome. Hare Krishna Samskruti, I really liked your presentation. You added a lot of points, and it was a nice thing that you put the Bhagavad Gita sloka in there too.
Thank you, Ramachandra.
Ojasvi, dear, go ahead, dear. Next, Sudevi.
Yes, Mataji. I really like your presentation, Samskruti. I also like everything, like the points, the slokas, the pastimes, but I especially like the pastimes.
Thank you, Ojasvi.
Wonderful. Thank you, dear Kavya. Sudevi. How old are you, Sudevi?
Mataji, I'm 6 years old.
You're 6 years old. You're like Balavrinda.
No, Balvrinda is 7 years old.
Oh, now she's 7. Yeah, I always think her to
she's
be
7
6.
now.
Oh, you're younger than her. Oh my God, I could
It's
see
1 year
that.
younger.
Yeah, you're younger. Oh my God. Thank you, dear. Go ahead and share your thing with Samskruti.
Hare Krishna Samskruti Didi, I liked your presentation very much, and the slokas and the stories that you added. And I have a question for you. I always see you drinking water. So what inspires you?
To drink water?
I have these things called Invisaligns on your teeth. So like if your mouth's dry, it like won't work on your teeth. So you have to keep on drinking water.
Very
It's
nice.
like braces, right? Invisalign.
Yeah.
It's like braces. Okay.
So when you have all your teeth now, Sudevi, maybe you may need to put braces as well. So that time you'll understand that more. Right? Right now we don't have 1, 2 here and then another 2
No,
here.
3.
Oh, 3? Oh my God.
Two
I
more
love
fillers.
it. I love it. So good. All right. So everybody done? Can we go to our moral story session now? Dina Krishna, Jagannath, or anybody else wants to tell something over to Samskruti, or can we hand it over to Ratnavalli Mataji? Okay, thank you all for your time. Let's just pay our humble obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.
ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai.
Ki
Namaste.
Haridas Thakur ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you, Vinita
Mataji.
Devika Mataji. Hare Krishna and welcome Ratnavalli Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
And thank you, Samskruti.
Yeah,
Hare
I wanted
Krishna.
to say this
Mataji, how many stories are there today?
one only, and that too, I just captured one of the other presentations. So one thing before I start, I say something. I want to say something about Samskruti. I saw her from child, like as a baby. When she was just below 1 year, she said, actually, I think 1 year or maybe 1.5 years, she was actually reciting the Nashima prayers. She was really, really, really cute at that time. Now also she's cute. I'm just saying. No, she's very dedicated in Krishna consciousness, and even his brother, even her brother. So both are really very, very, very good devotees. Thank you, Samskruti, for the presentation.
Thank
I
you,
really loved
Mataji.
it.
Welcome, little boy, to the Govinda class.
So cute.
Oh, yeah, his father is not there, so I have to take him.
Yeah, he's so cute.
You're going to teach us today moral. Are you ready? We are all
I think everyone is not so much worried about moral. They're all looking at the baby mode.
Baby more.
No, let's do more.
Yeah. So let me share my screen. Let's start. See, everyone really enjoyed the presentation, right? Everyone are in that enthu mode. Okay. You're able to see the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Let's start with one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Now today we'll be talking about how mercy, like if you put efforts, everyone says, right? Like if you put lots of efforts, you will be able to receive Krishna's mercy. So some effort should be there in order to see the results. Otherwise, you can't see the results, right? But Krishna, if you even just show one step towards him, he will come 1,000 steps towards us, like hundreds of 1,000 steps towards us. So that's why we'll see this moral study, how that dedication and mercy is flowing. Okay. So there was a king and the crow. You both want to go there? So we'll talk about the king and the crow story. So long ago, there used to be a kingdom where crows and also king, the people used to live together. So, and even the crows also has king and queen. Every bunch of a group of animals has their own king and queen, right? So like that, even this crow group has king and queen crow. So they were talking to each other, and they always used to eat whatever they find in the kingdom. But one day what happened is they were just passing by the king's palace, and that too, cooking kitchen. So the queen saw that for the king, they are cooking some fish. So the crow, what they eat lots of other worms and fish and everything, right? So crow, like this queen really wanted to ask her husband that I really am so tired of this searching worms and everything. Today I want to eat the food that is cooked for the king. So the king crow said, see, you want to eat it's fine that you are really wanted to eat it, but what will happen if the people, like the servants, see? They will just kill us. They will capture us. So I don't want to take that risk. But the queen was like, no, I want to eat. That's all. I want to eat. I don't want anything else. Nothing else. So as soon as she said, and she just flew away with that, that kind of, sometimes even in our family, like whenever we say something, right? Like example us only, like, so we say, no, mom, I need this food to eat. That's all, nothing else. If you want to cook, cook for me. Otherwise, I don't want to eat at all. So we'll be like picky. Like that, she's also not picky. Now, the king crow tried to convince the queen so much, but what happened? He went behind her and she was like turning around like this. She was like, no, I don't want to even talk. Please don't talk to me if you're talking about that eating thing. So I don't want to search any worms now. So everything got into it. Yeah. So finally, the king crow called his minister and said, see, my wife is like, so picky now. She is like very insisting that she wants to eat that king's food only. What I should do now? Tell me. But we know that it's very dangerous. You and me know. But she's not able to understand what we should do. It's really, really very annoying for me. Then minister said that you don't worry about that, dear king. I will go and plan certain things, like, because minister is something in a kingdom. What he'll do, he'll just plan something and then magically appear, do that, or logically, whatever it is. So he'll make that happen. So similarly, the crow minister had a very nice idea. That's why with that idea, he told that, don't worry, king. Don't worry, king. I will make an arrangement so that the queen crow will eat what she's really wanted to eat. So now the minister got all the other crows in the kingdom. So he was like, making a plan. So it's time to execute that plan. So he got everyone and they attacked the palace. Oh my God, that's a huge thing, right? So all as soon they were like waiting for that moment. So as soon as they saw that the crow is the cooks were going. Yeah, the cooks were going by taking the cooked food to king. The crows saw that through the window and they jumped on them, and they were so afraid, naturally, right? Like as a sudden, if something comes, you'll be so afraid of that. So they, in that shock, they dropped the whole plate. And some are like chasing the other, if you see that screen, some are chasing the servants, and some other crows, they thought, oh, this is our chance. We have to grab as much fish as we need. And they grabbed fish, rice, and everything, and they just flew away. So now King was very unhappy. He was very hungry, like Queen only. So he was very hungry and saw that, oh my God, my whole food was destroyed by these crows. Go and catch them. I don't want to see a single crow in my own kingdom. Go and catch them immediately. And the poor servants, they were like running behind each and every crow. Finally, they caught this minister, because he was the one who is chasing the servants, right? So he's very near to them. So he was able to catch that minister. Now what the minister will do? He will have one plan. So King was asking the crow, how dare you stole my food? You will have to die for this. There is no other way. You have to have punishment because you stole my food. You can't even live. So the innocent minister said, oh, no. See, I was just serving my king. That's my duty. So you can actually do whatever you want, because my king and queen are the supreme for me. So I will do whatever they want to satisfy them. So now as they are satisfied and my mission is complete, now I don't even fear anything, even death also. So you can kill me if you want. Then the king was very happy actually. Why? Because he was doing that, that stealing stuff or whatever, like no, the thing he was doing for his king and queen, not for himself. So he saw that sincerity and service to his king, and then he was like, he said that from today onwards we will provide food for your crow king and queen. So he gave even boons also, like every day they will get food, so don't worry about that. So with all this, what we can know, that if you are faithful in whatever you are doing the service, right, that will actually attract mercy. That will not give us any kind of negative effects. That's why even in your school, for example, if you really work hard in order to do your homeworks by yourself, or in order to prepare for the exam the next day, the results were surely to come if Krishna pleases. Like you need to depend on Krishna's will, but that is for sure, because Krishna is the cause for our remembrance and forgetfulness. So don't be pray for Krishna, and 100% he will also give us the mercy by seeing our sincerity in doing it. Yes. So that was the story today. Let's see if you have any questions. Yes, Bhavrinda, I think I see your hand raised.
Okay, I want to say that we shouldn't lie. We should always say the truth, because if we say the truth, we will be safe. If we say lie, we won't be safe. If somebody can not so if we're going outside, something can have like if we're trying to travel, like walking alone without our mom, if we're doing that, we might lost our way. If we're a devotee, we might not lost our way. The same way we shouldn't say lies.
Yes, yeah. So we should not lie. That's the crow did, right, Brinda? Like how he told the truth that he is just serving his king and queen, not doing for his own purpose, right? That's good. Yes, we should always be honest. Yep. And I saw someone's hand also raised. Yes, Mukund. Yeah.
I want to say something else, that sometimes I mistakenly do something, but after I notice that, I quickly say sorry to my mom.
Oh, so sweet. I should learn from you. Yes. Saying sorry is a very, very good thing. Immediately you realize your mistake and you're telling it, right? That is really very, unique character and unique quality that we need to imbibe. Everyone should do that. Yes, Mukund. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Mataji,
Yeah.
from this story, I understood one thing, that I understood the moral, and I also had one realization. I remembered one story of a Prabhuji who got kidnapped by his own relatives. And then when his relatives tried to make him a non-devotee, then he wasn't being a non-devotee. He was keeping on serving Krishna. They were telling him to stop chanting the names of Krishna, but he kept on chanting. Now, after some time, the relatives realized that he is not going to stop. So then the relatives just freed him back to where he was, and they also started chanting the name of Krishna, because
wow,
they saw that the devotee was doing faithful service to Lord Krishna, so that's why they got mercy on him, and they left him.
Oh wow, so nice, right? Like seeing him always not giving up, and seeing that something is coming out of this chanting. So that's why even the relatives started chanting. Very good. Thank you so much for the wonderful realization, Mukund. Awesome. Yeah, Suraj.
Mataji,
So, I forgot to ask you, what's the lucky number for today?
What is the?
Lucky number for today, like the number of stories.
No, I didn't understand that. Sorry.
Mataji, how many stories do we do today?
Oh, only one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next time, if I have time, I will try to prepare too, but mostly it is one only. Okay. Yeah. Next, Kavya.
Mataji, this actually happened. One time, I went to Harinam just last week or last week, and a Vrindavan person came to Harinam, and then he did bhajan, and then there was a whole group of non-devotees, and then they heard the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then they began singing. And also, when we're done the kirtan, when they were going back, they were chanting the same thing.
Oh, Hari Hari Bol. See how sincerely, everyone has chanted and kirtan. I mean, did kirtan and they attracted people, right? That's super. I can imagine. So I just remember that's really good, Kavya. So once I was just doing this book distribution and I was like thinking that I was doing actually. That was really bad on my part. So no one has took one book also. And then I said that no, this strength is not coming from me. So actually I should be praying to Lord Nityananda in order to distribute the books. And as soon as I thought in my mind that just that came into my mind, two people came to ask for books for themselves only. So I was like, learned my lesson that see, the reason behind what you're doing should be always Krishna, because the strength that comes to us is only from Krishna, nothing else, right? So we should always remember, even our results also should be passed on to even Krishna only, nothing, no one else, right? Very good. Thank you so much, Kavya. And who else? I think that's it. Awesome. Anyone wants to share last minute realizations? Okay, then I think we can wrap up the call then. Sorry, Mataji, Vrinda Mataji, you can take over.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
your
sorry. I remember Vrinda, but not your name. See, all of a sudden it just
many of them remember her only, Mataji, not me.
Yeah. It just went away.
No problem, Mataji. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Having such a small kid, I can never imagine I do that, Mataji.
No, I should say sorry because today I just got it from online. I couldn't able to prepare PPTs. I wanted to really tell sorry to each and every kid. I'll take time from next time.
No problem, Mataji, but it's such a wonderful story always. Any story that you bring, we are very happy to hear from you. And all kids are also so happy and excited to see you. And
thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you so much. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the kids. Vancha kalpatarupyasya kripa sindhu pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Holy Mataji ki jai. Boy ki jai. I forget always his name, Mataji. I'm so sorry. The youngest one who
Madhav.
Okay, Madhav. Because he cooperated, we could hear the class. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Krishna Mataji.